Welcome back everyone! YouTube has been around for well over a decade now, and although it's had its struggles, it seems to only get stronger and bigger every single year. However, as many creators are acutely aware, the good times may not last forever. Do you know about the hidden threats that could kill off this whole platform tomorrow? Well, my name is Danny Burke, and this is the top 10 scary ways YouTube might end forever. Starting off at number 10 now, we have competition. Ever since YouTube first launched in 2005, people have been saying, who's gonna beat them? Who is going to play them at their own game and become the kings of the online video world? Well, it's been many years since then, and they are still on top, but not by as much as they used to be. Facebook, Twitter, and Snapchat have all taken decent sized chunks of this market in recent years, hoping to get people's eyes fixed on them and away from YouTube. Even companies like Hulu, Netflix, and Amazon have been pushing their online video platforms. Do you guys think there will ever be a day where one of these companies just does it better than YouTube? Sometimes it looks like the gap is closing. Next up at number 9 now, we have the Adpocalypse. In 2017, YouTube saw what many people now call the Adpocalypse, advertisers pulling out of the platform because of concerns about where their ads were being placed, mainly because the content was seen as controversial. It all started with some controversial PewDiePie videos earlier on in the year, and then later on it seemed to happen again when YouTube's new demonetization feature started to aggressively strip videos of their ad revenue for seemingly no reason. Whenever anything like this happens, some YouTubers say they will be forced to stop uploading if their revenue is cut like this. If it happens again, and it's even worse, could it be the third strike for YouTube as we know it? Moving on to number 8 now, we have net neutrality. Now I'm sure many of you are aware of the bill that passed in the US at the end of 2017 that paved the way for the internet to possibly change forever. Without net neutrality, there could be a whole bunch of problems for YouTube. Internet companies could restrict access to the site behind a paywall. Do you guys want to watch your favorite YouTubers? Sorry, you'll need the online video package for $39.99 a month. It's a scary thought, and it could spell the end for YouTube. Next up at number 7 now, we have no new channels. In January 2018, YouTube implemented a number of features to help them monitor what content should be monetized. They raised the bar on what a channel had to have before it could monetize its videos. A channel now needs at least 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time within the past 12 months. They hope this will mean they don't have to police the hundreds of thousands of smaller channels out there and can take a closer and fairer look at the bigger ones. A lot of smaller YouTubers are not very happy though. They feel this is going to affect their chances of making it big. If enough small creators get put off by YouTube changes like this, will there be a drought of new content coming up? If that happens, how long before the viewers stop watching? Moving on to number 6 now, we have hackers. This one is a bit less likely, but it's still definitely a possibility. Huge companies have been hacked in recent years by hackers who are showing the world that as security technology improves, so do their methods of getting past it. Yahoo, eBay, and JP Chase are just some of the companies that have seen massive data breaches. Could YouTube be next? With over 1.5 billion monthly users, there's a lot of data that some hackers might want to get hold of. Some malevolent hackers may even want to simply destroy YouTube altogether, perhaps infect users with a virus that will bring the platform to its knees. Next up at number 5 now, we have a scandal. Sometimes if a company is exposed for controversial behavior, people boycott it. Companies like Adidas, Nestle, and Walmart have all faced boycotts in the past when their customers refused to buy their products because of their policies. Could the same thing happen to YouTube? If YouTube was exposed for doing something really corrupt, would there be a boycott? Would creators and viewers refuse to use YouTube until it met their demands? It sounds crazy, but it's definitely a possibility. Alright, at number 4 now, we have being sued. In 2014, YouTube was faced with a $1 billion lawsuit against musicians like Pharrell Williams, who were unhappy with their music being played for free on the site when they received almost no royalties for it. YouTube has since removed tens of thousands of videos and put copyright software in place to help protect themselves, but some music labels still aren't happy. Companies like Universal, Sony, and Warner are still negotiating contracts with YouTube. Things could go either way. If laws were to change and YouTube was hit with a multi-billion-dollar lawsuit, it could spell disaster for the company and everyone who uses it. Alright, at number 3 now, we have creator exodus. Earlier on in the video, we talked about how small YouTubers not making content may affect things in the long term, but if all of the big YouTubers stopped, the effects would be felt overnight. If the likes of PewDiePie, Philip DeFranco, or H3H3 were to have a major falling out with YouTube in the future, they may just decide to leave, perhaps go to a competitor like we spoke about earlier in the video. Of course, there would eventually be other big YouTubers to replace them, but that would take time that advertisers wouldn't want to wait around for as they start pulling their money out of YouTube. Now this all depends on how much influence you think the biggest YouTubers have. What do you guys think? Alright, Alright, next about number 2 now, we have Google goes under. Many people think that Google buying YouTube for $1.65 billion in 2006 was one of the best things that could have ever happened to the company. It gave YouTube the support and financial backing it needed to grow rapidly in the years that followed. However, some experts feel that the fate of Google and YouTube are now intertwined. Google is still one of the biggest companies on the planet. It's hard to conceive of a problem that would bring it down, but if Google ever did fall, it could crush YouTube as it does. How likely do you think this would be? Do you think YouTube might go independent before then? Interesting questions. And finally at number 1 now, we have Unforseen. This might sound like a bit of a cop-out, but hear me out. Quite often when one company or technology comes to an end, it's for a reason that nobody saw coming. Think of how quickly the internet changed the world when a few years earlier most people hadn't even heard of it. Some of you who are my age probably remember MySpace being the biggest social media site on the planet until Facebook came along. You could even go back to the invention of the car to see how new technologies and ideas can wipe away the old in a blink of an eye. Could the same happen to YouTube? Could there be a technology or a new website being made as you watch this video that could bring an end to YouTube forever? Well, I could talk about this topic all day. It's such a fascinating thing to discuss. Obviously it worries me a little bit though. As you can tell, YouTube is kind of what puts food on the table for me. What do you guys think of all of this? Should YouTubers keep one eye on other options? In the meantime, thank you as always for watching. My name is Danny Burke and I will see you all in the next video.